Farewell, cruise ship. Farewell. 'Twas nice until we see each other again. It's about 6 o'clock in Whittier. Overcast, kind of cloudy, foggy. Unfortunately, we don't get to go into town. We have to get on the train right away. So we don't get to check out the town. It's a very unique town. Looks like there is all kinds of transportation waiting for people. There's the train that we will be getting on. That is the apartment building over there. It has all the residents of Whittier. So that is the town. It's got about 200, 300 people. Departing the cruise ship, very sad day, but it must happen. They're very organized here, have walkways specifically roped off for whatever path you need to go. We're making our way to the train. There are paths that lead to buses, motor coaches, taxis, the whole 9 yards. So this is the glass top, dome top train that we will be boarding and making our way to, I think, McKinley Lodge. So it's double decker. The top part has these windows that are on the ceiling as well as the sides for easy viewing, and then the lower decks have viewing platforms. Looks like that's one right there, and then like the food eating area, dining car, whatever you want to call it, things like that, bathrooms, all that kind of stuff. There's some buses down there. That's for other groups who may also be going to different lodges and stuff. So there's multiple ways to get to the lodges if that's the route that you're going.
So like I said, about 5 minutes through this tunnel, about 2.5 miles. This is the longest combined use tunnel in all of North America. We will pop out of this tunnel, go through a very short valley, and into another tunnel. And that will be all the tunnels that we will do for the rest of the day. There are 8 safe houses in this tunnel. So they hold about 50 people each.
This train ride is about 9 hours. It's a fairly lengthy train ride. If you picked a different option to get from the ship to one of the lodges, it will not take quite that long. But the train ride was very comfortable. This is our train. This is what happens when beluga whales get spotted. It has the dome ceiling. You can see out. It's very cool. Big, huge windows. So this is Anchorage. It looks like any other place you would see. It's got houses, apartments, businesses. We've kind of gotten past the there were meals offered on the train. You could opt to do breakfast as well as lunch. You do have to pay for each meal. I did not eat breakfast. We went ahead and ate breakfast on the ship. Got one last, quote, free meal, which I would recommend. Just eat a really good big breakfast on the ship and then just wait till lunchtime, because it'll save you a little bit of money that way. The cost of lunch was somewhere in the neighborhood of $15-20. It does depend on what you order. If you're trying to be on the cheaper end, you're probably looking more like 15. If you're looking on the more expensive, more, quote, Alaskan foods, you might be looking at more like 25. There are also snacks offered. Again, cost a little bit of money, and beverages that you can get that are not during meal times. There are viewing platforms on the train, and those are a lot of fun. Each train car itself has a small viewing area, so you can just go downstairs and pop out there in the space that's between the two cars. But then there's a couple of bigger viewing platforms, but you do kind of have to go through the other cars to get to them. We did make our way to the end of the train at one point, and that was really neat. Sometimes it's just nice to get out and walk. It is a little bit cumbersome because you cannot pass through the galleys, and the galleys are at the bottom of each car. So you have to kind of go down a stairwell, move to the next car, go up the stairwell, walk through all of those people, walk downstairs, go to the next train car, walk upstairs. So it's not easy, but it's a nice little walk, and it gets you where you need to go.
Tallest man-made structure in all of Alaska, tallest and longest bridge on the Alaska Railroad, 296 feet tall, almost 900 feet across. That bridge does go through 2 stress tests every day. You can give yourself a round of applause for passing the second one.
If you are planning on sleeping on this train ride, I would recommend that you get yourself some earplugs, because there is narration that goes on through the whole trip. It is very interesting narration. I really enjoyed listening to the narration. However, if you really are more concerned about sleeping, because you do have to get up early that day, if you are wanting to sleep, I would bring some earplugs. The people on the train are very informative. They do a really good job of pointing out things. We were able to see moose and beluga whale. We saw eagles. We saw some swans. They do a really good job letting people know what they're seeing. Stay tuned for our next video, because we will be exploring Denali Lodge.